What is up, guys? Welcome back into another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. Today we're going to be focusing on the Hyperdrive bundle, mainly the teams that you get, how to use those today in the best game modes. But first, I want to start off with a shout out to my friends at gamingfans.com. Going to be working in collaboration with them on some videos for you guys, also some written guides. If you don't know what gamingfans.com is, as a Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes player, I would definitely recommend that you jump in to the link below after the video is over. Go check them out. They're number one when it comes to things like mod guides, relic guides, so I definitely would recommend them as a resource for you guys going forward. So let's hop into the videos. The first thing that we're going to look at when it comes to your Hyperdrive bundle teams is your Squad Arena team. Now, Squad Arena team is going to be your main team in the game kind of going forward. It'll be the team that you invest most of your resources in. So this is a really important decision, and it kind of gives you the areas that you may want to go when it comes to like legendary content. So the first team is a Jedi team, and this team is the team that you will be going after if you're looking to get Jedi Knight Revan as like your first major legendary character. So you get Basilisk Shan Fallen with this purchase, and she is a terrific leader. Probably the second best leader for Jedi when it comes, right behind Jedi Knight Revan when it comes to the game. So she's going to be a major focus. And the way I've set up this chart, so the first character in every one of these teams needs to be your leader slot. And I'll let you know if some of these can kind of be transitioned out in different ways. So, but for her, she's going to give you a lot of protection going into the battles with your Jedi. So you want a full Jedi team with her. Grandmaster Yoda is a character that you will unlock by having Jedi, so you'll be able to jump into the journey guide, unlock him right off the bat. Now you will have to pour some resources into Yoda to get him geared up, because he's not going to come pre-geared like the other characters in the bundle do, but he's one of the top characters in the game, so you're definitely going to want to put resources into him. Now, Jedi Knight Anakin, another solid character in this game. When you get him up to Relic later on, he becomes a really big beast mode type character where his AoE can just annihilate teams. So he's definitely worth the investment starting off. Ahsoka Tano, she could be swapped out with Ezra Bridger, but she has more uses later on in the game, so I put her in over Ezra. But Ezra's probably stronger starting off, so there's an option there. And then lastly, there's Old Ben. He's a staple tank, one of the best tanks in the game, and I still use him today in different game modes, even though he's kind of been outdated in my Jedi team, but he's still a really good character, solid tank starting off in the game. Now, next, First Order, this is for the players who want to go ahead and start focusing on the new content in the game, so the Galactic Legends route. So this is a solid First Order team that you get started off with. You're going to go run Kylo Ren Unmasked as your leader, and then Kylo Ren's going to be putting out damage along with Fox, First Order Executioner. And then First Order Officer is really good as far as like spreading advantage around, changing turn meter around. So very solid character. The weak link here is kind of Phasma. She's still pretty good, but I would recommend, if you're going this route, go ahead and start farming the new characters for this faction. So you've got Sith Trooper, and then you've got General Hux. And I think that if you take those and replace Phasma and then the masked Kylo Ren version, you're going to have a really solid team. A team that can even counter Geonosians with what Sith Trooper can do. Really, really cool character and cool kit, so I would recommend going that route if you go that. And then lastly, this is a Squad Arena option. Now, I don't necessarily recommend Nightsisters to be your main team, and the reason why I do that is because there's no legendary characters or anything that comes from having Nightsisters. Now, are they a solid faction? Yes. They're really good for defense. And they're really fun to play. Probably one of my favorite teams that I've got going right now is my Nightsisters team. But if you really like Nightsisters and want to go this route, this game's about having fun, and I would choose them. Now, if you go this Nightsisters route, you're going to want to replace Talia with Nightsister Zombie as soon as you can. She's just a much better character for this team. and really gives you that defense factor when it comes to Nightsisters. And I run Towson lead. You can also run Asajj lead. Both of them are very viable. Towson's more for like plagues. I like Towson lead because when I'm running, I use this team a lot for Grand Arena Championships, and I set them on defense. And they always either win or take some banners off the teams, which really helps me out. So this is my recommendation. I probably would go Jedi. I went the Jedi route with mine. I went after Jedi Knight Revan. I don't regret that at all. Very, very solid character. Even though he's like 2 years old now, he's a solid character to have. Does well in raids, does well in territory battles, territory wars. So I went the Jedi route, but if you want to go for the newer content, go after that First Order team. That's going to allow you to unlock BB-8. When you get all those characters 7 stars, you're going to have a 7-star BB-8, which will allow you to do the event for Jedi Training Raid. So if you're going to want to go that route, then you're going to want to invest in all these First Order characters. So next is going to be Territory Wars and Grand Arena. And then I would kind of loop these together because the game modes are very similar. You're going against different teams, kind of roster versus roster, where one's a guild roster versus your personal roster in Grand Arena Championships. So the 3 teams that we just talked about, all very valuable for both of these game modes. So Nightsisters, I love these Nightsisters early on in the game for defense. They're a solid defense. That's either going to get you wins or they're going to get you a lot of banners off the other team. First Order is also a solid defense team. I've come across some modded out First Order teams that really kind of wiped me up when I really didn't expect them. Even at lower gears, they did really well. So these are some solid options, of course, since if they're going to be good for Squad Arena, they're going to be terrific for Territory Wars and GAC as well. Next options, you have the Phoenix team, you've got a Sith Empire mixed team, and then you've got clones. Now, the Phoenix team, I see a lot of people putting this team on defense in Grand Arena, and I recommend using them for offense. And the reason why is with Zeb and with Chopper in there, you get a lot of protection and health recovery, so you can even slow it down towards the end of the battle and recover those banners back. I use them a lot on kind of weaker teams and get 60 banners, even undersize a lot too and get 61, 62 banners with Phoenix Squad. So they're a terrific team for offense. You can use them on defense, but I prefer them on offense because they get me so many banners a lot of times. Now that's a team that you would transition off on later in the game, but starting out, it's going to be a solid option for you. Now, Sith Empire team. Now this team consists of 2 legendary characters, and there's a lot of different kind of characters that you can rotate into this. This is the ones that I think is probably the most solid starting off. So you're going to unlock Emperor Palpatine with Rebels. You're going to unlock Grand Admiral Thrawn with the Phoenix team. So these are 2 really solid characters. Vader is going to unlock with just getting all the achievements that you get when you first open up that pack. So you're going to have Vader as well. Now the problem with this team, even though it's a solid team, is going to be you're going to have to invest a lot of those resources because that's 3 characters that you're going to have to gear and level up from scratch that aren't going to be coming in at level 80 and aren't going to be coming in at gear level 8 when you purchase the bundle. So this one, if you really love Sith and Empire, this is the route to go. Darth Nihilus with Annihilate can come in really handy. And then I like Count Dooku. You can also add in, and it's really kind of important on where you want to go with your ships. Like Tarkin is a really good character. I use his capital ship right now. And when you gear him up, get him up around gear level 12, he becomes really good. He knocks off a lot of turn meters. So you can throw Tarkin in for Count Dooku. There's some other Sith and Empire options that you can throw in there as well. If you want a tank, you can throw in Shore Trooper, be a solid tank for this team as well. Now, clones, I like clones a lot, and I have a lot of fun with my clones, but without Shock T, they're just not as powerful, or, later on when you get into in-game where, you've seen people with the gas clones mix that is really, really powerful. So I use Rex Lead for my clones. I actually take out Commander Cody, unfortunately. I love Commander Cody, but the problem with the clones, especially without Shot T, is you don't get a lot of protection and health recovery. So when you don't have that available, I add Ahsoka into this lineup because I don't really have a spot for her that I'm using right now. Now you can maybe put Ezra in your Jedi team or something like that and mix that around. And then you got Qui-Gon Jinn that you could also throw in your Jedi team if you wanted to use Ahsoka here to get the protection and health recovery that she brings along. But still a very fun team to play with. This is more maybe for territory wars where you're not having to worry about banners as much. But after you get your ships leveled up and finally unlock Shot T, this faction really turns into a beast, and then it really gets next level when you get up to gas. So definitely a quality route to go, investment, but maybe not the best starting off, early, but still really good. Next one is Rogue One. We're still underneath Territory Wars and Grand Arena Championships. I tried to pull in 8+ teams for options there because when you go into Grand Arena Championships, you're going to have to set 4 defense teams, and then you're going to have to win 4 battles as well. So you're going to need a lot of teams to do this. So these down towards the end of this list, though, I would recommend you're going to have to farm up those mods. You're going to have to farm up. At one point you're going to run out of all those initial resources, so you're going to have to farm up gear, and you're going to have to farm up credits and stuff as well. So these are on lower tier priorities down here, but these make some pretty good defense teams and are some fun teams to play. So Rogue One, I use them on defense quite a bit in Grand Arena and had some surprising wins, even though they had bad mods and really didn't gear them up anymore than what they are now. I'll show you in a second kind of they're a decent investment too for other parts of the game as well. Same with Empire Troopers. This is a team that you can definitely set on defense. You can win some too. They get a lot of turn meter going if you mod them correctly. So fun team to play with. Definitely probably would be one I would throw on the defense side though, just to kind of be filling in. And then lastly, Resistance, kind of in that same mode. Finn, you would use him as lead. I know back in the day he was kind of meta with the Zeta, but they kind of have nerfed him down a little bit. But if you're wanting to go, once again, with the newer content, go after the new Rey and Kylo, this is teams that you're going to have to be working up and building off of. So it's worth the investment if you want to go that route for sure, to go ahead and get your Resistance team kind of going and getting it leveled up. And then lastly, I will look into territory battles. So this is an important part of the game when it comes to guilds. And when you come into the game, probably the first guilds that you're going to get into are teams that are running Hawk. So your light side Hawk, dark side Hawk territory battles. So Rogue One and Empire Troopers are teams that are needed for missions on there. So it really kind of helps out your guild when you're able to do those missions. It's going to give some more guild currency to your entire guild, the more people who do that. So it's just a nice thing to have, and they threw this into the Hyperdrive bundle, so you might as well be taking advantage of that and then helping out your guildmates as you go along. So I would recommend with these teams, probably get them to the level that you can complete those missions. So maybe just get some good mods on them. You may want to add a little bit of gear to them, but you can play with it as you do those battles and kind of see where you're coming out. And then lastly, the rebels down at the bottom. Those two are just needed for, they're kind of added into a team on the light side territory battle side. So you'd have to run like a rebels team, but then they're added into like your 5th slot. So you have to kind of run some other rebels with them. I usually stick them with my Phoenix team. But you might want to add at least mods to those characters so you can, kind of be able to survive some of those waves when it comes to the territory battles going on there. So let me know what you think down below. Just wanted to go over your best options going in. So just to kind of recap, do your main investing into your squad arena team and then kind of branch out from there. So you come in with a lot of resources, and I know it's kind of daunting as a new player when you purchase the Hyperdrive bundle. What do I need to do with all these resources? How should I spend them? Make sure you pick that first squad arena team, focus on them, and then when you get them modded out, when you get them to the gear levels that you want them, then start branching off into these other teams and start worrying about Grand Arena Championships, territory battles, territory wars, you need to start somewhere, and then your squad arena team is the place you need to start, and then kind of branch off from there. So I would definitely recommend, take some time, think about that first choice that you make when it comes to that squad arena team, and then figure out where you want to go when it comes to legendary characters as well. That'll help you out. But the Hyperdrive bundle is really great for the game in the sense that it really brings players up to probably a year and a half, maybe 2 years worth of playing time when you get all these characters bundled into one. And just want to help you guys make the best of it. So, comment down below if you've got some questions, things I can help out with. Let me know. And then also remember, when it comes to modding these characters, hop over to gamingfans.com. They've got mod guides for every character, so you can hop in there and see what you should be farming to try to get these teams, leveled up and maxed out as good as you can, so you can do well in those game modes. I know, for me, Grand Arena Championships is where it's at. I have the most fun when Grand Arena is going on. So, maybe you want to do that. Maybe that's your favorite game mode as well. So you want to make sure you got good mods on your teams and do well. So definitely check out the link below to get into some mod guides and help you out there. So, but let me know what you think. Love helping you guys out. Give me some comments down below if you have some questions. More than happy to answer those. So, and as always, guys, have some fun out there on the holo tables, and peace out.